Back was the other corner, Marcel Almond. So Pete Carroll getting both Almond and Will Poole involved on almost every play.
Time is now obviously becoming an ally of USC. Once you get into the fourth quarter, I mean, certainly it is. But here you are, 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and this is the 16th play of this possession by Michigan. 16 plays.
They must finish it with a touchdown.
Massaquoi, Tim Massaquoi making the catch, a big tight end who's 6'4", and he reached up over the top and brought it down.
And the key play on that possession was John Navarre on 4th and 3, scrambling for the first down. Then he finds Tim Massaquoi with just a second touchdown reception of the year as he comes from the left side of the screen. Protection is good, and so's the catch.
And the Wolverines are on the scoreboard. Rivas for the point. At Gutierrez holds it. Pretty good stuff. 21-7 at 5:49 to go in the third quarter of play. Southern California leading by 14. But as every Michigander in the world says, remember Minnesota.
Every Sunday, these bold warriors meet in a quest for glory. Proud gladiators whose game is equal parts preparation and passion. When men become myths and moments become legend. The game is tailgating. The cola is Pepsi. It's the cola.
All aluminum block. 6-bolt mains. Powdered metal connecting rods. 350 horsepower, 5.7-liter V8. 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. The new Pontiac GTO. Fuel for the soul.
What the heck is that?
These have to get to Houston.
Good gravy, man. If we don't get them there by 8 a.m. tomorrow, we're all doomed. Doomed.
I'll put them in a FedEx box and print out a label.
Hurry, man, or we're all doomed. Doomed.
What if I get a nasty paper cut?
Then you'd be doomed. Doomed. Help this woman, or we're all doomed. Doomed.
I'm fine.
She's in shock.
Yes.
Take care of this package or we're doomed.
Doomed. Doomed.
You can try, but we've taken all the drama out of shipping overnight. Relax, it's FedEx.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
So here's the freshman Rivas to attempt a 33-yard field goal. Right down the middle. And Michigan leads for the first time tonight.
Michigan beat Minnesota after trailing 28-7 in the third quarter at the Dome in Minneapolis. So that's my comment having to do with Michiganders remembering Minnesota. They came storming back under the leadership of Navarre to win that ball game. Quite a remarkable comeback. Well, they're down 21-7 here in the third quarter against Southern California. But this may be a little different critter. It's Bush 2 yards deep in the end zone. Reggie changes direction. Looks for the crack and came very close to finding it. But he's taken down at about the 28-yard line by Nienberg, the kicker. Here's Todd.
Well, Keith, last time we saw Reggie Bush quite a while ago, he came off the field. They were concerned about his knee. It's being called a sprained right knee. And, of course, Reggie is not going to miss any more of this game. Back to you.
Well, he hopes. He's young, too. It's funny what happens. 18 years old, you're pretty limber. Shake him off a lot easier.
Not quite sure if he's supposed to be in the game or not, though.
Yeah.
Lining up as a wide receiver here.
On first down, double wide, bottom of the picture. Put him on the edge and let him have it. This is Dennis, Herschel Dennis, trying to go to the outside. And that's a very good defensive play by Jeremy LeSueur.
So much for time of possession and number of plays you've run. SC has scored on their first possession of the game in 4 plays, their last possession of the game in 5 plays.
Second down. About 11. Leinart going deep. Williams is there. Complete at the Michigan 46-yard line. Leon Hall just simply couldn't handle him at 5'11".
Not many can, regardless of what their size is, Keith. As a defensive back, look at the power. Just bowls Hall over and then makes the easy catch over the top. Good effort by Hall to try to get back into the play, but can't let the guy knock you off at the line of scrimmage.
That's a 27-yard gain. Mike has 5 catches for 62 yards now, and Kerry Colbert's touchdown catch was his 206th of his career, and he is the career reception leader at Southern California. Reggie Bush is back in there. That ball thrown to the outside to Colbert. And Kerry racing for the marker will get there and get another first down for Southern California. So they're striking furiously here after the Michigan touchdown.
Let's take a look at Kerry Colbert's afternoon. This is a 25-yard touchdown reception. Just spectacular highlight class type of catches for Kerry Colbert today, and especially the last one when he went from 47 yards out. Michigan's pass defense best in the NCAA defending the pass for touchdowns, 3 today for SC.
Lindale White and Brandon Hancock are in the backfield. It's Leinart back to throw. He's going to take a lick there as he got the ball away. And it is thrown away effectively as Patrick Massey had him in his sights.
That was such a big part of Jim Herman's game plan defensively for the Wolverines, is to put Matt Leinart down, knock him down as often as possible, because he hasn't been hit very much all year. We've just seen him get sacked 1 time in that first half, and that's the first time he's hit the turf here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, if a quarterback's britches ain't dirty, he's probably won the game, huh?
Absolutely.
Reggie Bush, he is blocking on sort of on the play as the ball is thrown to Mike Williams. Short gain.
Norm Chow's offense is a timing offense, and watch the 3-step drop against the blitz right up the middle. Both safeties, linebackers are coming, but they just can't get there because it's just a 3-step drop. 1, 2, 3. The ball comes out. Williams makes the catch, and it's 3rd and short.
And put the ball where your guys can make a play. That's Matt Gutierrez right there, who figures to be the quarterback next year. He's going to have some challenges, but he seems to be the man at quarterback next year for the Wolverines. This is Bush. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Southern California.
And the key block on the play, Keith, was from Kerry Colbert. The senior wide receiver is having a great day catching the ball, but he held on to his block. 83 on the outside there, took down Jeremy Lesueur. That gets Bush the corner, and once he gets the corner, he's going to take it all the way to the 10.
21-7, and USC is trying to put that 28-7 yoke on Michigan. Same kind of a thing they faced at Minnesota.
Now this defense has just got no clue right now as to where SC will hit them next.
White's the tailback. Leinert's throwing it, gets it away. Ball goes to Hancock. He fumbled the ball, and he dives for it, and he, I think, knocked it out of bounds, and that'll retain possession. Marcus Curry was defending for Michigan.
That was a zone defense, so Curry could see Hancock come out of the backfield. When the ball got there, so did Curry with this big hit. Number 40 is Hancock. Watch as he turns around. That's a perfect form tackle with the head in front of the ball carrier, and a great effort by Hancock to knock this ball out of bounds. Michigan picks this one up. They score with it.
Second down. Ball back up. Here's Williams throwing it. Mike Williams throws to Leinart. Touchdown. He's been begging that play all season long, and he finally gets it in the Rose Bowl.
And that wasn't just any old pass. That was a perfect strike from number 1 to number 111. Mike Williams to Matt Leinart. Where will they get hit next? Really took his time. One step, let it go. Leinart wide open for the easy score.
Killing's point. Good. Well, it's 28-7. Southern California leads Michigan. We've got 3 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the third quarter.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's how to go from cluttered to clean. With everything you need, like closet organizers and storage shelves from Mills Pride Closet Made and Workforce. And right now, 20-gallon Rubbermaid storage totes are a special buy at only $2.77. We also offer custom-cut shelves and advice on what works. Start getting organized. Stop by one of our free You Can Get Organized clinics every Saturday in January at 2 p.m. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
We come to it at last. The Los Angeles Times calls The Return of the King the cinematic epic of our time. This masterpiece takes its rightful place among such classics as Gone with the Wind and Lawrence of Arabia. Winner of the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Picture of the Year and nominated for 4 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Director Peter Jackson and Best Picture of the Year. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Who's going to invent the next internet? Who'll create the new museums, new treaties, new countries? Who'll create the new wealth? Who'll make art as everyday as coffee shops? And who'll make age irrelevant? Who'll make bridges that feel like music? We don't know their names yet, but we see them every day. USC, University of the 21st Century.
This team's job is to protect just one quarterback. This team's job is to protect millions of American lives. A new threat matrix, ABC next Thursday, 8/7 Central.
Another look at it. Ball is pitched back. Given to Mike Williams. One step and lays it right off softly on the hands of his quarterback.
Just perfect rhythm for this offense. Norm Chow calling the plays using the multiple talents of players like Mike Williams.
Norm is behind that blue glass there on the left-hand side of your picture. And the return is out past the 30-yard line by Jeremy LeSueur, out on the 30-yard line, and there where Michigan will have the ball for this next possession. Southern California's had the ball twice in the third quarter and scored both times. Now let's see if the Wolverines can answer.
And Michigan has had the ball on offense almost twice as long as SC has.
Yep, but this is their best starting position. So that might tell you something right there. The 30. We've got an offside call going here against Southern California. They've declined it. They'll take the ball out of the 30.
John Navarre has been sacked 6 times this afternoon, 5 in the first half. Will Poole on the corner blitz comes down twice to get the big quarterback. And then Kenichi Odezi will get in there. And then SC can turn loose a freshman, Manuel Wright. Did a better job of protecting the last time out. They must keep him standing this time.
Down the sidelines. Beyond the reach of Braylon Edwards by about a yard. John Robinson went into the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame today, along with Danny O'Neill of Oregon, who still holds a whole bunch of the passing records here in the game against Penn State. And Harriman Cronk, who was the other member of the Tournament of Roses committee for so many years. What a nice man he is, huh?
John Robinson was my offensive coordinator at the University of Oregon back about 4 or 5 years ago. And John
yeah, right.
is a former Duck himself. Played in the 1958 Rose Bowl here against Ohio State.
Casanova stuff. Right? And Jerry Fry was your head coach, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
That pass thrown to Steve Breston.
As that clock continues to tick down, you would like to see Michigan perhaps start going to the line of scrimmage. Save some time. Really taking a lot of time getting plays called into the huddle.
Well, you start out with 25 and now you got 10. You're less than 10 seconds by the time you get your people in position to run the play. 2, 1, just barely. Ball thrown to Breaston. Steve Breaston coming back inside with the screen and gets a first down for the Wolverines, and he's brought down by Will Poole. Get the feeling there's nobody else out there.
Now Breaston and Will Poole, that's right, Will Poole on defense. Watch him go for the strip here as Breaston runs to the inside. The right hand really tried to pop it loose. Breaston showing good strength and smarts to go down when that big contact comes.
So the Wolverines have a first down up on their 49-yard line. 2:25 to go in the quarter. Chris Perry's out on this side as a wideout. They go the other way inside with it to Braylon Edwards, and he will get to the 30 inside the 35 for another first down for Michigan. So the Wolverines are moving the ball.
Yeah, and imitation is the highest form of flattery. This looks like SC's offense now with a quick drop, empty backfield, getting the ball to these athletes, Breaston and Edwards now. But one thing Michigan's gone away from is their screen pass game. Remember, Dallas Sartz almost intercepted a screen pass in the first quarter. Chris Perry only has 1 reception.
Got some fresh legs in now. Carl Tabb and Tyrese Butler in at wideout. This is Chris Perry down to the 25. That's another first down. Darnell Bing made the tackle on him.
Well, SC has given up a lot of yards on defense, especially in the passing game, primarily in the passing game. Opponents have averaged 276 yards passing against SC's defense, and right now with this big lead,
they're bringing a change in here because they want to make sure, I guess, it's close. And it's not a first down.
John Navarre has thrown 30 passes today. He's been bounced around by this Pete Carroll SC defense. So he's been hit 16 times. He's dirtied his britches 13 times, Keith.
Pete Carroll is the most animated when his team is on defense because, as we told you early on, he is the defensive coordinator. And he really gets into it when they're playing defense. Brother Jim said the other day he's always been like that. He never sat still for more than 10 minutes at a time.
Ants in his pants.
Second down and just short. 6 inches at the most. Might as well go big. Go! It's for Chris Perry down the sidelines, and Chris drew a crowd. He had 3 Trojans running with him by the time he got to the goal line. Sartz, Leach, and Poole. And it's third down and inches. Friday at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN, the Clemson Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers are in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. That coverage begins with the College Game Day Bowl special at 3:30 Eastern. Down in Georgia. Navarre surges, gets in behind the center, Pearson, Lentz, and Boz, and has the first down for Michigan at about the 29-yard line.
Oh, and they're just taking their time. They're just taking too much time now. They've got offensive momentum. They've got rhythm to this offense. But their enemy is that 126 up there that will start rolling once the chains are set.
Coming, steps away from it, throws to the end zone, and that is incomplete. Jason Avant was the man for whom the pass was intended. Steve Preston coming over in case there was a ricochet, but in the meantime it was Dallas Sartz that was tormenting Navarre.
Sartz is right here coming on the blitz. It's a good job by Navarre to step up. And now watch Jason Avant try his one-handed catch with the left hand here over Marcel Allman. Great coverage by Allman. Beautiful.
SC secondary has played quite well today. They really have. 2nd and 10.
Go!
Oh, that one got away from him. He tried to put some sizzle on it and bring it down to Braylon Edwards. Edwards was at the 5 and was in position to get a hot one, but that ball sailed on him a little bit.
Yeah, and again, he's trying to force it into double coverage. The short coverage is by Poole. The over-the-top coverage is by Jason Leach, and Poole reads this route and almost comes up with the interception. Had a big collision there with Leach. Got up a little bit slow, but he's hanging in there.
It is 3rd down and 10 from the 24-yard line for Michigan. That's the tight end Tyler Ecker moving around. He's open to the right, but Navarre sacked. And it's Ronald Nunn, a DB, that came and got him. Ronald Nunn in at corner. Made the tackle. That's the 7th sack of Navarre.
Well, this is what Navarre does not see. You can see Will Poole looking like he's lame just a little bit, as he did not cover Braylon Edwards very closely. And there is Ronald Nunn there diving at the feet of John Navarre for the sack.
Timeout, Michigan. 26 seconds remaining to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Wolverines have a problem. Ball is back at the 30-yard line. They're trailing 28-7, and while we've got the timeout, in case you're curious, here is the reaction of Pete Carroll to the circumstances of his team and the BCS.
It was just a matter of just a little bit of confusion and had to figure it out, and a bit of a letdown because we didn't realize what the good side of it was. And after just going through it, the good side was there, and there was a lot of upside for us playing in the Rose Bowl and still playing for the national championship. Once we went through that and got that squared away, I think it just was a day at the most, you know, when we're back on track and going.
It's a lively, interesting place over at Heritage Hall these days. This kind of success for the football team, but it's the people who have it in the quarters, I think, that have a great deal to do with that. I mean, success is one thing, but the people factor goes along with it.
Creating new traditions for a very football-rich school. You know what? Oklahoma and LSU are lucky. Not because they're playing for the BCS title game, it's because they don't have to play USC.
That's exactly right. 4th down and 16 for Michigan. Out of the shotgun. Shakes off. Throw. No. Off the hands of Steve Preston. Jason Leach tipped it away.
As a fresh body, Omar Nazel will come with the pass rush on John Navarre. And again, Navarre stepping up into the pocket. Here's Nazel from the weak side as he goes around Stenovich. Great strength by Navarre. Now watch the play by Leach with one hand. Just far enough to keep it away from Preston's one hand. Oh, we've had some bounces today, and they have all gone USC's way.
The attendance, incidentally, is 93,849. Rose Bowl no longer seats 100,000. Here comes Southern California now. Matt Leinart throws. Mike Williams catches, and the gain is about 9 yards.
So much for sitting on the lead and trying to run the clock down, huh, Keith?
Yep.
They'll run it down to the end of the 3rd quarter, though.
Well, that old warrior sitting up there behind the glass calling the plays. Doing that, Norm Chow. ABC Sports coverage of the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
By out-accelerating, out-handling, and outperforming the competition, the Grand Prix Comp G earned Pontiac the right to become the official performance machines of the NCAA. The newly redesigned 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix. Fuel for the soul.
What good is a new DVD player?
Hang on!
If you don't have the best DVD of the year.
Is that what that said?
Drop the knives.
I can't. X2. Own it today.
Here's a little taste of something different.
Introducing Chili's Shanghai Boneless Wings. Toasted sesame seeds, ginger citrus glaze, creamy wasabi ranch dressing, and no bones. Want more flavor?
I love Chili's.
I think I love you.
Titans, Ravens, followed by Cowboys, Panthers. Saturday on ABC.
Good bones, buildings that have a good structure. And a lot of times when people see a building that looks like this one, they see perhaps despair. We see the possibilities. We are able to revitalize the good bones of the buildings. My name is Maria Miller. I'm a banker, and I'm proud to be part of Bank of America. The bank has committed to lend and invest $350 billion over 10 years. And to put that into terms that I can understand, that works out to $100 million a day over 10 years. That's, to me, such a significant investment to make a real discernible impact in our neighborhoods. Community development banking is the bank bringing all of its resources to bear. That's lending, investment, small business loans to strengthen our communities. And we do it nationwide. Is that it takes one step at a time to make really substantive difference. We do it neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block. It's all about sustaining the community. And together, we're able to make really magical things happen. We are the builders.
Bank of America. Higher standards.
Posse, tonight at 9 on ABC 7.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
There's your postcard for the day. The San Gabriels. Overlooking the basin. Sun's about to go on down into the Pacific. Right now, it's a 28-7 ball game. Southern California leading Michigan, and we start the fourth and final quarter. Mike Williams to this sideline, run the ball with Lindell White, and White's across the 40 for about a 3-yard pickup. Now let's join Todd Harris on the field.
All right, Keith, thank you very much. Just inducted into the Rose Bowl Game Hall of Fame, Coach John Robinson, who spent so many years at USC. Coach, play devil's advocate for a moment. If you're Lloyd Carr, what can you do against this USC team?
Well, I don't know that there's much you can do. USC has so much quickness and so much speed. When you get down here on the field and you see them here, you really recognize the overall team speed and some great offensive ideas and great offensive players. SC's very good. And Michigan's a very good team, too. But, you know, SC hasn't given them any chance. No turnovers, nothing. You know, just a great game by SC.
You've had some great teams as well at your time at USC. How does this team compare?
Oh, I think this is as good as any team. You know, it's more finesseful than maybe any SC team ever. Maybe not as powerful as some in the interior line, but this team has great finesse.
You've done some great jobs at coaching, but coaching Dan Faust at Oregon, that must have been the toughest one of all.
Well, I almost got out of coaching. It was so hard after that. But Dan, you know, Dan led the nation in passing. Dan was a great quarterback at Oregon. And, you know, mediocre as a pro.
Thank you, Coach. Keith?
Well said, John. Leinart all day. Williams comes back to get it. And almost has his pocket picked by Marcus Curry, who stayed with him to battle him, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, this ball kind of got out of spiral on Matt Leinart. And thankfully for Marcus Curry, it did, because Williams is heading down the sidelines way in front of Curry. But you can see he had to drop, stop, and come back for it. But again, the ball bounces away from Michigan, something it's done all day long.
Trojans airing it out. 2nd down and 10. Big lead. They want more. That ball's thrown. Williams couldn't get to it. He got tangled up and couldn't get loose. Orange Bowl with Florida State and Miami coming up right after this one. Florida State, the ACC champions, and that's how they got in. And the Big East champion is Miami. That's how they got in to the Bowl Championship Series. And they'll be having at it. Not only that, they're going to have to play each other to start the season next year. They're going to get tired of looking at each other.
3 times in 11 months. Familiarity does breed contempt.
You don't need a whole lot of it to stir that up between those two. 3rd down and 10. Leinart throws a hammer to Steve Smith, and he misses. And so the Trojans will kick it away.
It's hard to argue with the success that Trojans have had throwing the ball, but they didn't take any time off the clock. Less than a minute on that possession. Picked up 1 first down and then 3 straight incompletions with the clock stopped, and Michigan about to get the ball back.
You know, things have gone well when you look down and see that Tom Malone's only punted twice today. 48 yards and 50 yards.
Right on his average.
Could make you cranky to average better than 49 yards per kick and then not get the championship because, oh, this is line drive. That might be returnable. No, takes a sideways hop and goes out of bounds. So it's out at about the 15-yard line, but he didn't have enough punts. He was 5 short of qualifying to be the punting champion this past season.
See, aren't you glad I drove my new Pacifica? It can fit 6, you know? The all-wheel drive's awesome in the snow, and it's got a 5-star crash test rating.
Unlike some people we know. Very funny.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't have the capability of the Pacifica.
During the Chrysler year-end sale drive, go well beyond the SUV with 0% financing plus $500 bonus cash on Pacifica. Or get a $3,500 total cash allowance and our 770 powertrain limited warranty. But hurry, bonus cash ends January 2nd.
An ordinary man is about to become an extraordinary hero.
Move away from her!
In the movie nominated for 8 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Picture of the Year, Cold Mountain, rated R, now playing everywhere.
Somewhere, there's a man accessing sensitive information by way of a fingerprint, while a woman keeps track of millions of dollars in inventory, safeguarding it from the warehouse to your house. And a dad checks on his business from his son's baseball game. What do all these people have in common? They rely on America's #1 security company, ADT. Always there.
Coming to DVD, the chief of police becomes the chief suspect.
They set me up.
You got something you want to tell me?
That's the guy. Where is the money?
Denzel Washington. Out of Time on DVD Tuesday.
Score is not kept. Rules do not exist. And the penalties are severe. A new Line of Fire. ABC Tuesday, 10/9 Central.
Aerial coverage of tonight's game provided by Tostitos. Tostitos Fiesta Bowl will be tomorrow night. Kansas State and Ohio State. All right, Michigan ball at the 15-yard line. And you've got 14 minutes and 2 seconds to play. Three wideouts, top of the picture. Navarre goes to the shortest one. That would be Tyler Ecker, the tight end. And the pickup is about 5 yards. Now they're going without the huddle.
Yeah, it's about time. Because this game is all about time right now for Michigan.
Chris Perry joins the shotgun formation. Slips out of there. Goes to the sidelines to Braylon Edwards. And Edwards is thrown out of bounds with a fair degree of authority by Will Poole.
Yeah, he got the first down, so the clock stops. But I believe they're going to wind the clock again because he was knocked back and his forward progress was stopped before he went out of bounds. So the clock will run once more. Although it's not now, it should be.
It is a first down up at the 29-yard line.
The signal for the clock to wind was given. but it's still not running.
13:33. Navarre's pass thrown sharply to Jason Avant, and Avant moves it to the 48-yard line.
That might be the first time we've seen John Navarre in the shotgun formation.
Second time. He's
yeah.
He has time to look around. He's pretty good.
Well, he can see. He's 6'6". He has the height to have that vision.
Trojans coming. Ball's away to Edwards. Nice effort. Ball falls free. A little behind him. Well, they were coming up the middle of the highway, weren't they?
Yeah, and it was another safety blitz or defensive back blitz. Number 23, Ronald Nunn, got a sack on the last possession for Michigan. Braylon Edwards with the effort can't bring it in. Not one of Braylon Edwards' best days. Remember how poorly it started when he dropped that long bomb.
Little drop off to Chris Perry. Never had a chance. They were on his legs before he could even look for a place to run.
He came into the game with 42 receptions, and that's the most in Michigan history for a running back. He's got 2 catches today, but the big play to him has been the screen pass all year long, and SC has been all over it this afternoon.
Ball is thrown, caught. Tyler Ecker, the tight end, gets it, gets a first down inside the 40 to the 39. Will Poole was coming and just missed John Navarre.
Well, Will Poole was looking to make his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming from the right side of the screen, number 28 gets inside of Chris Perry. Good move by Navarre, and always looking downfield for his tight end.
Edwards, sideline, good. 15-yard line, out of bounds, stop the clock, first down.
Well, you can't say that John Navarre hasn't been there or done that. All you have to do is remember that Michigan game. Found himself in a similar, rather the Minnesota game. Michigan, Minnesota. Trailed 28-7. And as you said, this is a different critter.
Yeah.
A little bit quicker critter.
Yes, I'd say. Teeth are sharper.
I don't know. Gophers are pretty sharp.
Yes, take down an orange tree in no time. I know. I learned that. Handoff is inside, and it goes to Pierre Rembert, getting his first playing time of the day. So they put in some fresh legs, and sometimes that's a good idea. Pierre is from Milwaukee, a sophomore. I think you ought to change his name. Everybody else does. You ought to call himself Pierre Rembert.
But give him time. He's just a redshirt freshman. I'm sure if he's in the Heisman hunt someday, it will be Rembert.
Into the end zone, and penalty flag. Braylon Edwards was hammered just as he crossed the goal line. He ran into Leach and Poole, and one of them put some muscle on him.
Again, though, was this ball catchable?
Yeah, good question.
I think the officials are going to talk it over because this one really sailed high. I don't think Edwards could have made a catch.
They impeded his progress.
Pass interference on a defense in the end zone. The ball be placed on a 2-yard line.
But it doesn't matter what I think, does it?
No.
His shirt has no stripes on it, Keith. There's the bump right there by Poole and Leach. We'll see just how close Edwards might have come to this. Well, you never know.
No.
He is a high jumper. Great leaping ability. And, of course, we've seen a lot of great one-handed catches today and this season.
Chris Perry goes back in there as your single back now. From the 2, 1st and goal. On a throw. They threw into coverage.
Well, that's the best play of the afternoon for Will Poole.
Yep.
That was the fade stop where you fake like you're going back to the deep corner here. Watch Poole keep his eyes on the quarterback, played that perfectly. Does not interfere. Gets his left hand between the hands of Braylon Edwards.
So it is 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Tutupu and Udeze there. That penetration has been key for SC all season long. Watch how both Simmons and Tutupu fill that hole before Perry can get rolling.
I mean, the Trojans just literally own that real estate now along the line of scrimmage.
No question.
They really do. Perry running for the corner, cuts it back, touchdown.
That's a great play call by Terry Malone, offensive coordinator. Quit beating your head against that wall. Get Perry to the edge. Let him either go for the cone or cut back. Behind Kevin Dudley, 32, he's going to take out Simmons, and Tutupu just cannot stop Perry. Very determined runner.
Rivas for the point. Good. At 11:06. The heartbeat may be a little faint, but it's still there. It's 28-14. Southern California leading. Now then, each time Michigan has scored, the Trojans have stormed back. Let's see what happens here.
Not long ago, Gary Doyle sat right here and got a range of auto insurance quotes. From a discount place to Allstate. This is a commercial. You could probably guess the outcome. Allstate had the best price for Gary. In fact, nearly 7 out of 10 drivers who switched to Allstate saved an average of $200 a year. Quality auto insurance should be affordable. That's Allstate's stand. Are you in good hands?
They set up in the eye on this, the last play of the game. And here's the snap. Hand off to the tailback. Peterson tries the right side. Wow, what a hit. But he stays on his feet, and he's broken to the outside, and it's wide open. Touchdown. Give him a touchdown.
Mom, this town and country is really nice. Isn't it? Remember your first minivan? You loved that thing. Mm-hmm. Chrysler had just introduced them. So did I tell you we're getting one? Oh. What, with 2 kids and all? 2? Oh, really? Yes.
Expecting more? Get it during the Chrysler year-end sales drive. With cash allowances up to $4,000 on a 2004 Town & Country. Or choose 0% financing for 72 months. Plus get our 770 powertrain limited warranty. There are only a few days left, so hurry in today.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Citi Identity Theft Solutions. Free help getting your life back. That's using your card wisely. Chrysler Pacifica, well beyond the SUV. Allstate, are you in good hands? And Nokia, connecting people.
Well, we started out with 93,849, and most of them are still here in the Rose Bowl. Nienberg will kick it away for Michigan. Marcel Almond and Reggie Bush is the deep man. And that's way back. And he will stay there. He'll come out to the 20 and be happy with it after a good kick by Nienberg.
Time for our Chrysler passing playbook. The only touchdown catch of the year will be for Lendell White. Will come here in the first half. Here he is at tailback. Watch as he sneaks out into the flat. Leinart's going to hit him, juggles the ball just slightly, and then breaks the tackle of Jeremy Lesueur for the touchdown. 2 catches for Lendell White, but 6 different receivers for Matt Leinart, including himself. He caught 1 touchdown pass from Mike Williams.
I'm glad it's the last game of the season, though. Mike Williams, he wear you out. after getting to throw that touchdown pass. Ball is handed away to White, and I'm sure the Trojans will be happy to pound away and squeak out a first down here and there and run that clock. It now shows 10:55 to go.
Yeah, they did not run the clock last possession.
Nope.
And Michigan came right back in less than 3 minutes to get that 14th point.
It's an astounding stat right there, though. But it again, stats don't always tell you the story. You'd think that with having the ball 33 minutes at this point, they'd have more than 14 points. Bush is in now at deep back. Gets it. A couple of guys blocking for him, and he turns it upfield for a first down. The guy that threw the big block was Winston Justice. Now, I mean to tell you, that's a big hip pocket to follow. 305 pounds, sophomore, 6'6", and still growing.
Well, let's take a look at the youngster, number 74. Look at the mobility for the big man. He just kicks the defender out, and Bush right behind him cuts up and picks up a really important first down for SC.
You know, the fellow he took out of that play is not exactly a willow switch. It was 6'5", 232-pound Pierre Woods.
What kind of switch?
Willow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Supple. First down from the 32. Here's Bush again. That's about 6. Tackle Massey. Southern California has had control of this ball game all day long. Scored first. Led all the way. Lead by 14 right now. There goes the sun. And here's one of the big plays in the ball game.
Mike Williams on the reverse pass to Matt Leinart for the walk-in touchdown for the lefty. Lefty to lefty.
Leinart hands it away to his halfback, Reggie Bush, and Ernest Shazor ate him alive.
Boy, that play did not look good at all. That looked like Mike Williams was coming back in anticipation of getting the handoff from Bush. Watch Williams come from this side here. Either that or he was thinking that he was supposed to block on that play, but that's a huge play for Michigan because it really sets up a difficult 3rd down and 12 for the SC Trojans.
You get Colbert on the far side. Now he steps back into the backfield. And now you get him in motion. And over the middle it goes, complete to Greg Gunther, the tight end. First time he's seen the ball all day. And he makes a big, big play.
Matt Leinart is a cool customer. Boy, he found the right guy to throw the ball to under a lot of pressure. Watch it. Michigan, Shazor, 25, coming right up the middle. Can't get to the quarterback. This is the first time Leinart has even thrown the ball anywhere near a tight end.
He's going to be joining the basketball team, playing for Henry Bibby as soon as the football season's over. As soon as his knee quits being sore.
Yep.
And they need him. He needs some bulk on the backboard. Leinart throws it again, throws this one low, and Curry almost intercepted it. It was intended for Colbert, but it was Curry had the better chance to make the catch.
Yeah, Leinart just doesn't look very good rolling to the right and having to throw with that left hand. Comes out of here. This ball is going to be down and away. Van Alstyne will tattoo the quarterback. And Leinart's real lucky Curry doesn't pick this one off. But SC continues to throw the ball, and with these incompletions, continues to give Michigan hope.
Inside 8 minutes to play in the ball game. This is Bush. He'll get about 5.
And I think we're seeing the future for SC and their running attack. Number 5, Reggie Bush, the true freshman from San Diego, leading rusher in the game for SC. I would suspect he'd be the main man along with Lendale White as a 1-2 punch next season.
Well, Dennis is back.
Yeah, that's
was
true.
only a sophomore. They each bring something unique, something different. Williams and Colbert are on the same side, lined up in tandem. Now Kerry goes in motion the other way. Ball thrown to Mike Williams. 35. That's first down. Ball comes loose. SA down.
Yeah, they are.
Got on that pretty quickly. Curry tried to strip it. Didn't come out, but
look at Williams with the power to push off on Curry, get away with it. Now let's see if this ball does come loose. Nope. Right knee of Williams was down before Curry can get his left hand in there and pry it out. Another close call goes against Michigan.
ball is on the 35-yard line after that completion. And first down with Lendale White, the deep back. And Leinart looking for more. Comes to the sidelines with it. Steve Smith. They give him the catch.
Yes, they did. The true freshman with his first catch of the afternoon. He takes a shot at wearing out Marcus Curry, and he pushes off. He gets away with it, and he makes a spectacular diving grab.
Steve Smith made a big catch and run for a touchdown against Washington State back during the season when the Cougars came down here. It was a big play in that ball game. Broke their back.
In fact, he has the Trojans' longest play of the year, a 73-yard reception against the Beavers of Oregon State. And he's a true freshman.
Second down and short. Out of foot. Looper too long. Colbert couldn't get to it. No chance. Covered by LeSueur, and I think Jeremy might have slowed him a tad on the chuck coming off the snap.
Yeah, good pressure by LeSueur in this bump and run here. A big long right arm of LeSueur keeping Colbert from getting after this one.
And he's got long arms.
Yes, he does. And they serve a defensive back well. His 50th game for the Wolverines, Jeremy LeSueur.
Third down and a foot for a first down. There goes Lendale White down to the 20-yard line, brought down by Ernest Chazor. And time 5:42, and it's sort of becoming academic here because the Trojans have control.
When we look at Matt Leinart's pass chart, Keith, you're going to see for a lefty this is really unusual. From the middle of the field this way, he has been just on fire. Had a pretty good day all over the field with 333 yards or so passing.
No picks.
No picks and 3 touchdowns and 1 touchdown reception. That's a pretty good day.
Not bad. Underneath, David Kirkman. 12-yard line. Just short of the first down. He's a sophomore out of Mercer Island, Washington. There's a lot of folks coming back next year out on that field wearing white right now.
That's 8 different receivers now for the Trojans.
Clock running at 4:40. This is Reggie Bush searching around, waiting for a crack to open up, and it didn't. but he's still inside the 10, and that'll get him a first down. And here's Todd Harris.
Well, Keith, I don't want to stir the controversy pot any more than it already has, but never in the history of the AP has a team ranked #1 in the Associated Press poll and not lost their game, gone on to victory, have been dropped down. So in this position, Pete Carroll's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, and a split national championship.
I'll bet you my big toe that they don't slide in the AP poll.
They may turn some heads of some coaches.
Coaches got a contract to make it to handhold to unanimity with the BCS.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They agreed to it. Little delay, little handoff to Herschel Dennis, and Herschel gets down to the 5-yard line. That's 14 plays now, 70-odd yards in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That's called controlling the clock.
And All-American offensive tackle Jacob Rogers, Keith, as you can see, getting up slow. Went down, grabbed his knee.
Oh, let's hope not.
Got knee braces on both his knees, as do most of these SC offensive linemen.
Time is out for the injured player.
Firewall. Like that could stop me. Once I got her account number, I couldn't spend fast enough. 64-inch plasma screen monitor, 10 4.2 megahertz wireless routers, and $20,000 to complete my robot. My girl robot. This is gonna be the best prom ever.
Introducing City Identity Theft Solutions. Free with any City card. Help getting your life back? That's using your card wisely.
If there's 9 trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4.
Will today be the day that starts the rest of the days?
The day you do 50 sit-ups before you walk out the door.
Will it be the day
you put on a suit?
lose the suit?
Will it be the day you don't hit snooze?
Feel relieved?
Taller.
Taller. Wonderfully nervous?
Will today be the day you call your mother and tell her the news?
Will today be the day that starts the rest
Will
of
it
the days?
be the day they say you're hired?
You're hired.
Monster.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Pete Rose.
Did you bet on baseball?
Think you know his whole story? Don't bet on it. The interview everyone will be talking about. Pete Rose on Primetime next Thursday.
In the fourth quarter, with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the game, 28-14, Southern California owns the ball, and they're trying to punch it in from the Michigan 5-yard line. It'll be second down and goal from the 5. And now Matt Leinart coming out from the sidelines, bringing the play with him and taking his sweet time. Nate Steinbacher is in now at the tackle position, replacing Jacob Rogers. Didn't look terribly severe when Jacob left, but you never know. Leinart dropped it.
Michigan's got it.
Whistled it dead at the line of scrimmage. Larry Stevens came out with it, wanted to run with it, and so that's the first real mistake, I think, that Matt Leinart has made all day.
It made a long time.
And I don't know that it was his fault.
Well, the snap appeared to be good.
Somebody stepped on his foot.
Yeah, he dropped the ball, and then all heck broke loose. Or something like that. Good call by the officials. Reed is down in possession. Whistle blows. That's where Michigan will take over.
So the Wolverines get it at the 10-yard line with 3:42 to play and down by 14. You know, this is where they invented Walter Mitty. But the Wolverines need a couple of them. That ball's thrown very quickly to Braylon Edwards, and it's incomplete.
Now, what John Navarre is going to be facing is a very loose pass defense by USC. Too deep, 5 men underneath. and they will allow anything from 20 yards or shorter.
Wolverines have 1 timeout remaining. Trojans have all of theirs, but they don't figure to need them.
You can see the 5 men underneath lining up about 8 yards deep from the line of scrimmage.
Avant pulls it in at the 28-yard line, and that's a first down. The ball was thrown very hard, and Avant had to go down and get it, and he didn't.
What you're going to see, though, is the safeties. Watch how deep they play here. Avant will come down to the inside here. Have a nice gain, but the clock starts again once the chains are reset.
3:25. Sidelines. Braylon Edwards turns his head. The ball's right there. He makes the catch, steps out of bounds, gets a first down, stop the clock.
You got to love this type of effort. John Navarre now 45 attempts. He's been beat up all day long, but he is a tough guy, both mentally and physically.
ABC's Wildcard Saturday starts off with a great showdown in the NBA. 2-time league MVP Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs host the Philadelphia 76ers, then followed by the NFL Wildcard doubleheader. That's at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, here on ABC. Ball's thrown into the crowd. The executive producer of ABC Sports, Mike Pearl, senior producer of ABC Sports, Bob Toms, our coordinating producer, Bob Goodrich, and our departing producer, he's running away, is Mark Loomis, who's going off to golf, which is his, I think, first love. He damn sure can play, I'll tell you that. But we'll miss you, Loomy.
Yes, we will.
Wish you the best.
Great job.
It's been real fun to be with.
You're here.
And you also got some talent. In case nobody told you. Second down and 10. Not much there on that one. Our director, Patrick McManus, that noble volunteer fireman from Bedford, New York. Associate producer, Derek Mobley. Associate director, Jeff Kibler. Production assistants, Kurt Thomas, Joe Zucco. Spotter, of course, Kelly Hayes. And statistician, Mark Minto. Stage manager, Kendall Watanabe. Bug operator, Fred Amos. More in a minute. Navarre gets a little heat, gets a lot of heat. Ball comes out. Kenichi Udeze was causing a lot of trouble in that.
And he comes totally unblocked on his pass rush. How do you not block number 94? Watch him get in here on Navarre and then strip the ball. They're going to ask Chris Perry to block Kenichi Udeze. I know Chris Perry is a great pass blocker, but he's not good enough to stop number 94.
A whole lot of people have tried and failed this season.
There are no gold medals for the 4x4 that masters Arctic snow. There are no championship games for fording muddy water. And there are no finish lines for the one that makes it over stacks of treacherous boulders. So why do we make sure every Jeep 4x4 is trail rated to such strict standards of capability? Perhaps the better question is, why doesn't everyone else? If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4.
Get ready to amaze your appetite. Taco Bell's new 99-cent cheesy bean and rice burrito. A full half-pound loaded with 3 cheeses, seasoned rice, and fiesta salsa. Now 99 cents is tasty and filling when you think outside the bun.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. You don't have a camera. You ain't got no camera. Nobody gonna believe you because you ain't got no camera. Oh, are you gonna call your mom? Hey, Mom, I'm talking to a celeb. Oh.
With Singular, take a picture, add a voice message.
You ain't got no camera.
Copy all your friends, and you're only charged once. Plus, you get great deals on camera phones.
Wanna play a fun game of chase?
Picture, voice, and text. Another reason Singular fits you best.
American Wedding is coming to DVD and video.
Well.
But we can't show you what led up to this.
I cannot believe my son is going to pop the question. What was that?
Or this.
Oh, so weird that it feels good.
American Wedding. Own the DVD and video Friday.
John Saunders back at the Rose Bowl. We're right now USC 2.5 minutes away from claiming half of the national championship. And coming up, the Orange Bowl between Miami and Florida State. We'll be here for that. And halftime following the story of L. Roberson taken off the field today and charged with sexual assault, at least a complaint. We'll have all of that. Keith, up to you.
Thank you, John. Back to the shotgun for Michigan on 4th down and 22. This might be the bell ringer right here. They sack Navarre, Sarts, and Tutupu, and that pretty much seals it. That is the 9th sack of the Michigan quarterback.
And with 4th down and a mile, a lot of defensive coaches would play a very soft zone. SC comes with a full-out blitz and gets Navarre one more time.
Customer service.
Yeah, I bought something from your website and told FedEx I wanted it delivered at 7 p.m.
And it wasn't?
No, it was, but I was not expecting them at that time.
But that's when you told FedEx to deliver it.
Yeah, but no one ever comes when they say they will, but then ding dong, there's FedEx home delivery.
I see.
I was in the middle of a complicated exfoliation. I'll explain.
No, that's okay.
Sir, I apologize for any embarrassment.
And I'm sorry FedEx came when they said they would.
FedEx Home Delivery. Let customers schedule home deliveries when it's most convenient.
Great hops make great beer.
Bachelor Bob broke her heart. Now Meredith is back. And she has 25 guys to choose from.
Pick me. Pick me. Pick me.
Pick me.
Pick me. Pick me.
The Bachelorette premieres Wednesday, January 14th on ABC.
There are a couple of fellas that have had a good time today. Norm Chow, the offensive coordinator on the left, and Pete Carroll, the head coach and defensive coordinator on the right of Southern California. They've got this thing pretty well nailed down at 28-14 and 2:26 to play. They get the football at the Michigan 20-yard line, and it was simply a day when speed won, and a quarterback that made one small mistake. That's all. And the fellas in the trenches dominated the line of scrimmage for Southern California. That's Herschel Dennis carrying the ball, and he'll take it down to about the 15-yard line. Dan Barr, our computer stats today. Technical directors John Zippe, production manager Joe Alvarado, our technical manager Al Fong.
Yeah, Keith, the players give the impression, and it's the right impression, that it's fun to play football at SC on both sides of the ball. Aggressive attacking defense and offense that just airs it out, uses all the talents of these youngsters. Just a lot of fun to be a part of.
Well, as we've sort of jokingly said here, we are determined to have the human version of the National Collegiate Football Championship decided in the Rose Bowl, because Southern California came into this ball game ranked #1 in the writers poll and the coaches poll. The other one down in New Orleans on Sunday night, of course, will be the computer version, the BCS championship game, and that is the winner of that game is the one that's going to be listed in the history books as the national champion. That's the way the contract reads. Jacob Rogers is back in the ball game. That's good news for Southern California. Big 77. I'm Keith Jackson. I'm going to go play golf tomorrow. Dan Fouts is going to Oregon to shovel snow, and so is Todd Harris in Utah.
That's been a great year, Keith. Great way to finish it off.
Herschel Dennis carrying the ball now to run out the clock, and there's no point in any times out being called here by anybody. At 45 seconds to play in this ball game, it is academic. It is over for all intents and purposes. And the University of Southern California Trojans, who have been in this game 29 times now, going to walk away with a win as they lead 28-14.
A lot of flash bulbs, a lot of people wanting to capture this moment. And you know what, Keith? There's not one computer in the crowd.
No, you're right. If it is, it's in the trash can by now. This is Dennis coming around the corner, and they track him down. Wolverines playing with pride now. And this ball game is in the books. He went out of bounds, though, at 7 seconds to play, so there's one more play left, folks.
Now I think he got the first down, Keith, and they're going to wind this clock and let the party begin.
There you go. Now we get it. And that'll do it. So congratulations to Pete Carroll, his staff, and all of his Southern California Trojans. They win the Rose Bowl 28-14, and they will claim at least a share of the national championship no matter what happens in New Orleans. Of course, the Bayou Bengals of LSU and the mighty Sooners of Oklahoma, they've got their say as well. And that'll come along on Sunday night. Tonight, it's going to be fun down in the Orange Bowl as Florida State gets together with a very familiar group called the Miami Hurricanes.
Time for our Built Ford Tough Play of the game. The winning points was provided by Kerry Colbert on this 47-yard incredible one-handed catch on the first drive of the second half as he takes the ball in from Matt Leinart over Jeremy Lesueur. That made it 21-0 USC as they go on to win a split national title 28-14.
And now we go to Todd Harris.
All right, Keith, the classy guy, Coach Carr. Tough year for you. Handicap USC. Where did the game swing?
Well, I think it swung on our inability to protect the quarterback, and the play at the end of the second quarter where they got an interception and got up 14 put us in a precarious position. But I thought we fought back and we had a chance to get back into the game even late, but we couldn't do it. And SC deserves all the credit for that. They're a tremendous football team.
You won a national title in '97. They say the split national title. Handicap for Pete Carroll. How do you think he's feeling right now? Is it any less sweeter?
Well, I don't know about Pete, but he won the national championship. I'm sure of that. And, you know, there'll be a time when nobody will remember it was a split championship.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you next week.
You.
Back up to you, Keith.
All right, Todd, thanks very much. We'll be right back with the Built Ford Tough post-game report here from the Rose Bowl as the festivities continue. Do you feel like you've seen a championship game?
I have seen the best football team I've seen in a long time in that SC Trojans. Keith, the way we handicap this one is, could Michigan on defense stay with the speed of SC on offense? Clearly they couldn't do that, but the surprise was how creative was the pass rush and the defensive plan of Pete Carroll to put so much pressure on John Navarre.
It was interesting in talking to Pete about being the defensive coordinator and the head coach and how it impacts him. And he's got so much energy, I guess he probably told us the truth. It keeps him busy, but he loves it.
Well, he's as old as I am. He's 52 years old, and yet he acts like a kid, and I admire that in him, and I think his kids really relate to him, obviously.
Yeah. It's a very happy situation, it seems, right now. Let us go back down to the field now for the closing ceremony and Todd Harris.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keith Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me a great amount of honor to introduce the president of the Tournament of Roses, Mr. Michael K. Riffey, to make the presentation. President.
Thank you, Todd.
You can't handle it? I can.
I can handle it. Pete, on behalf of the Tournament of Roses and the Rose Bowl, congratulations on your victory today. 2004 champion of the Rose Bowl.
I'll tell you what, folks, it's a pretty heavy trophy, and right now Pete Carroll's not having any problem picking it up. He says he can hold the trophy all night long if you want. Coach, you got all your goals. The Pac-10 title, you wanted the Rose Bowl title, national title?
Well, I would think that's going to follow. We're so proud. We're so proud to be able to get to this point. Playing the Rose Bowl, represent a fantastic University of Southern California and all the people that love the Trojan football, and to the people sitting up there and all the way around that you're still here, I think we just won a national championship.
Pete, you came here. You've only been here for 3 years. I know everyone out there wants to know, how did you do it? How did you put together such a great team so fast? Norm Chow and the rest of the kids.
It's been such a collective effort. Starts right at the top with the president and Mike Garrett. They've done so much to help us clear the path so that we could move forward. We've had so much support of fans. Even though it didn't start out that way, they have been extraordinary ever since the beginning of this thing, and they've been with us 1,000%. The kids have been so pumped up about playing for this, what we've been trying to get done, and they've carried it out today. It's a great day for our football team and our football players, and it's a young football team too, and I promise you I'm excited about that as well.
Thank you very much. Coach Pete Carroll, ladies and gentlemen. Right now it's time to hand out some more hardware. The player of the game for the 2004 Rose Bowl game, the quarterback of USC, Mr. Matt Leinart. Matt, congratulations. Matt, I got to ask you, at USC, everyone's always used to student body right, student body left, but today you throw a touchdown pass and you catch a touchdown pass, and I know Mike Williams wanted to get in there and throw it.
Yeah, we've been working on that all, the month we've been preparing, and I knew I was going to catch it. I told him I would catch it, just called the play, and Mike threw a great ball.
National champions, congratulations.
Thank you, it feels good. Oh, thank you.
Keith, let's send it back up to you.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. Job well done. 28-14, your final score. Southern California defeating Michigan. And now we'll turn the rest.